All right, first dry fly fish, and it was an awesome freaking eat. The fish came up and ha-ha, come on, buddy. Thank you, man. Look at that guy right there. All right, guys, so far I got a couple miles under my belt in this new Jackson Bite. Well, new to me Jackson Bite. This thing is great so far on the river. Let me do a quick front to back to tell you why I think this thing is an awesome grab and go riverboat. All right, so starting at the front, I like this grab handle because there's nothing fancy, there's nothing to break. It's actually molded in. I can throw my drag strap through it just like that, put it in the front.
That's a nice brown, man.
I threw a power box on here today only because I'm running my Tacticam camera to get some different footage, different angles. I actually use this through this Yak Attack mount on here. It's basically a panfish portrait, and I threw a 4-inch extension in there. I use that thing to pop it out and use it for like vlogging style videos and things like that, and also to kind of shoot, you know, back at me when I'm in the kayak. What I love about this boat so far is that it's super wide, so it's really stable. But the purpose of this boat was to get a little fly fishing, river fishing, grab and go boat. I didn't plan on taking a whole bunch of tackle. Today, all I have in there is my big Yeti dry bag. Threw a tripod in there just in case we decided to do some shore tips or things like that. But I really like that these Nalgene bottle holders are actually perfect for fly rods. And if you notice, I put them in there and pulled the bungee so it kicks the butt section out, which makes the tip go inside the boat. Now, in theory, I should probably have a couple rod holders on here, but I wanted to keep the boat nice and clean. I think the Zuka 2, a Yak Attack Omega rod holder kind of installed right here would be great for holding the fly rod. But man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I love this boat being clean. I like the fact that the seat trims fore and aft, gets really good balance for somebody as big as me. And then the further forward you go, the more storage you have behind you. It levels the boat out a little bit, and if you want it to maneuver a little bit more, you just move it further to the back. I mean, the thing's got a huge tank well in it, molded in handle in the back. The only downside to it is I really would kind of like to put a power pole on it and be able to use it for the short river stick that I use, but you got to have some kind of adapter plate. So I really think Jackson should have went with just the standard, you know, 4-hole mount, but I get it because they couldn't really do that with this molded in handle. So I would go with the molded in handle over necessarily having that, because again, having those fly rod tips cross behind me, I may not even go with the power pole. So far, great boat. Love the big open cockpit. I mean, it's kind of hard to get a good vantage point, but look at that thing. It's huge. The seat is not super high or super low, but again, the ability to just tighten these things up or loosen these things up and adjust it fore and aft is great. I imagine if I was going to use this thing to do a lot more standing, if I was fishing in it, I would push the seat all the way back to give me even more cockpit. I like the stand-up assist strap in it. I like the fact that you've got your little built-in rod grooves right here so that when you put your rod on the thing, especially for conventional tackle, it just keeps everything clean and organized. So if I was going to tell you, am I happy with this boat purchase? Is it a thumbs up or is it a thumbs down? Man, I got to tell you, this is my second time in it, but my first time truly fishing it. Got to go with the thumbs up. If you're looking at a boat that you want to use as a grab and go boat, or even your primary fishing vessel, check out the Jackson Bite. All right, guys, so there you have it. You can get that Jackson, well, not that one, you know what I'm saying. You can get yourself a Jackson Bite and all the other Jackson products from the folks at Fish USA.